Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to have the opportunity to share about the Garden for Wildlife fundraising program and hopefully answer some questions you might have about who we are and how the program works. That way you can decide if this is a fundraising program that would work for your organization. My name is Rebecca Ali, and I'm part of the Garden for Wildlife team located in the greater Washington, D.C. area. Well, let's jump in. Our goal with Garden for Wildlife fundraising was to give nonprofits and not-for-profit organizations the opportunity to raise funds while doing something wonderful for their supporters, their community, and the environment. I personally have done a good bit of ad hoc fundraising through PTAs and youth organizations, so I know how challenging it can be to try to meet your fundraising goals while juggling the 1,000 other things that life throws at us every day. So with that in mind, we wanted to make this fundraiser something that was easy to start, easy to manage, and could run alongside other fundraisers that you might already have going. So what is Garden for Wildlife? We are majority owned by the National Wildlife Federation, having spun out as a retailer of native plants. Why is that important? Well, we have 50 years of National Wildlife Federation science behind our plant selections and the geographies they're sold in, which means that as a consumer, you get the right plant for your area, which then maximizes the benefits to wildlife like pollinators. So we want to shift people towards more thoughtful and sustainable gardening practices as a way to create more biodiversity through healthy habitat restoration. We do that by offering those high quality native plant species that ship directly to our customers' doors. If you've ever tried to find a native plant in a big box store or tried to track down a native plant seller in your area, you probably know how challenging that is. People want to make a difference, but the harder that is to accomplish, the less likely it is to happen. So we try to make it as easy as possible to do the right thing. If you're not familiar with our retail site, you can search by postal code, soil condition, sun exposure, and what kind of wildlife you're most interested in supporting. So bees, butterflies, or birds. And one thing I like to mention here is that Garden for Wildlife has a one-to-one plant donation program that supplies native species to areas and organizations that would not normally have access to them. So for every plant purchased, even through fundraising, we donate a plant. That means when you register for a fundraiser and you have your supporters purchase plants, at a minimum, you're doubling your impact on the environment. So our goals with the fundraising program are to offer a sustainable product that you can feel good about asking your supporters to purchase. We wanted to make it as easy to run as possible by offering an easy signups process, customizable tools you can use. And we are in the process of creating an 8-week integrated plan that you can use as a framework for promoting your fundraiser. We want to help you educate people on the benefits of planting native species, how over the long run, it does save time and money and helps our local communities through soil and water conservation, enhanced biodiversity, and improving our watersheds. And we wanted to make sure that if you need plants for a community service project, a science or pollinator garden, or for beautification, that you had that option to work towards as well. So let's talk about how the program works. To streamline our program and meet the needs of as many types of nonprofits as possible, we split the program into 2 options. Let's quickly walk through those now. Originally, we knew that we wanted to offer a garden component as well as money, but we also knew that not every organization would be able to use plants. So we split the program into Blossoms and Bucks and Seeds of Success. As you can see, Blossoms and Bucks gives the potential to earn both money and a garden. Again, for beautification, science, community service. Organizations can earn 10% commission on sales up to $3,000, and at that goal, they earn a free native plant garden. Beyond the $3,000 threshold, you can earn 15% of the sales, and there's no cap. The other program, Seeds of Success, offers just a financial component, which is 15% of sales. Again, no cap. And as a note here, our average sale has historically been about $100. So when you're ready to register your organization, you will visit the fundraising page and select the type of rewards you want to earn, plants and money or just money. And I'll show you that form in just on the next page, but I want to mention a few things about registration. Please enter the information for your organization. That's where we'll send the payments. And make sure you enter an email address that you have regular access to. We will be sending you supporting emails with different ideas to help you and additional marketing materials as they become available. The other page listed here is the resource page. You can find customizable content, social media posts, infographics, learning links, and if you need to present the concept of the fundraiser to a group, like a PTA membership, for example, there is a presentation available for you to download and edit for your needs. So after you decide which campaign you'd like to use, you click on the Register Now button from the fundraising page for the program of your choice. So you see the red arrow pointing at the buttons along the bottom of this slide. Then you'll be taken to the page you see here with the monarch on the goldenrod. That's actually from my yard. You'll fill in your organization's information and click Get Growing. We do a simple user verification process to ensure you have access to the email you've registered. And then you're given your unique sales link via a web page and then an email that looks like this notification. You can see the red arrow pointing to a unique sales link. That is what you'll share with your supporters so that their purchases benefit your organization. You can share that link through social media channels, text, email, or you can generate a QR code using that funny little box next to the link to add to newsletters, flyers, digital communications. I just recommend that you always test your QR codes before you send it out to verify that there's no issue translating the data. I've never run across that before, but I'm one of those trust but verify kind of people. When you share your unique sales link, your supporters click on that link and they see this. From this page, supporters opt in to your fundraiser by sharing their information with us. When they click on the Let's Grow button, it connects your supporter with your organization, which allows us to track sales to you. We do this for two reasons. We don't want you to miss a sale because someone closed out a window, wasn't ready to order yet, or can't remember to enter a specific code at checkout. And the other reason is having this basic information gives us the opportunity to continue to remind them occasionally to support your fundraiser. So we're kind of acting as your backup. So Garden for Wildlife offers native plant delivery in the states shaded in this very beautiful sort of turquoise blue color. So you can ask supporters in most states to purchase using your sales link. One note, even people in the other states could help by purchasing gift cards for friends and family in our service areas. Also, if you'd like to add native plants to your school or property, you can ask supporters to purchase plants and have them shipped to you, kind of like a sponsor a plant program. As a note, eventually we'll expand west, but those states have very specific requirements for native plants, and we have very specific requirements for our growers. So what are the next steps? If you decide to move forward, which I hope you do, visit the Garden for Wildlife fundraising site and select your campaign. Complete the registration form and that user verification that we talked about so you can get your unique sales link. And then you can share it broadly with your supporters, friends, and family. Don't forget to ask them to share your link too. Have them post it on their own social media, at their workplaces, or with your own friends and family, because that helps expand your reach. Keep it going for up to a year. You can have your campaign run for a year. Take advantage of natural garden cycles, holidays like Mother's Day or Father's Day, and special plant and wildlife-oriented days like National Bee Day or Backyard Bird Count. And of course, Earth Day is a great one to promote as well in April. The more you share your code, as I mentioned, the more supporters you get, and the more likely you are to meet your goal. And of course, as I mentioned, we do offer some tools to help you share. If you aren't a creative person or you just don't have time, you can find pre-made customizable flyers and postcards on our website. You can also use the social media shareables. There are 6 that we currently send you, but there are others available to download using the zip file found on this page. You can use our messaging or something of your own creation that you think would work better for your community. If you need something we don't have, let us know. We're always working on new ways to share the benefits of planting native species. For example, one of our PTAs needed just a simple black and white flyer to print in large quantities. So we quickly created that for her. And of course, that will be available for everyone to use. And we're also having that translated into Spanish. Based on feedback from other groups, here are some marketing suggestions. Set a specific goal and make it clear what you plan to do with the funds. For example, help us raise money for new playground equipment, or for every $15 earned, we can feed 5 orphaned baby birds for a month, or $15 earned pays for 1 child to attend an after-school program. Try different messages to see what will work. If you have supporters who love wildlife, gardening, or are interested in environmental stewardship, promote those aspects. If you have supporters who are busy parents with no extra time for gardening, sell the time and cost savings of planting perennials. Create a routine with how you want to communicate. Are you sending out regular emails or newsletters? Add your link to each one. People often need to see a message many times before it clicks and they take action. For PTAs, use every community event to spread the word. You can create art and poster contests. For the students, if you want plants, you can plan a community picnic and plant day. And of course, talk to the neighbors living around the school to encourage them to add native plants to create a pollinator pathway. One idea shared was that you can engage kids by having them watch for native wildlife on the way to school. And for other groups, definitely use your own events, contact lists, any regular communications to ask for support and encourage them to share your link as well. And here are 2 examples of Facebook posts from a group in Virginia. The coordinator used some assets from the Garden for Wildlife website. You can see our little service map there. The postcards, and one of the Did You Know posts. And so far, she's generated a lot of supporters and sold over $600 in native plants in 1 week in February. So we think that's pretty amazing. Here is my contact information and the website information in case you need that again. You are welcome to contact me with any follow-up questions, or if you need help with getting more people to support you, I'm always here to help. We appreciate your support and we look forward to hearing from you.